Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure I bring you back to another T-Dog VOD breakdown. Today, our first video covering VCT Champ Seoul. Okay, our first Korea matchup here. We have Gen.G versus Sentinels. Okay, Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. Okay, that's the meme here. Now, I'm not a hater by any means. Okay, I know that some of you have pinned me as a fan of some teams. I think when Hunter Thieves and kind of like Cloud9 were like the two things that I got pinned a fan of this season when I'm making videos. Okay, I'm a Hunter Thieves fan. I'm a Cloud9 fan. I'm a Sen fan. Okay, I'm a fan of everybody, man. I like the Brazilians. Okay, yeah, I like the Latin Americans. I like everybody, man. You know, there's no bias here. Now, I am hurt watching this. Okay, I mean, somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna say it a couple times in this video. This was a horrific performance. We're talking about like two master winners right now. I mean, this is like a quote unquote like upper final matchup right now. You know what I mean? Two masters winners right here. Our first masters winner and our third masters winner. Here they are. You know what I mean? Let's see what you're made of. Okay, so what are we gonna go into? Again, just a total mess, bro. A total mess. Sentinels are looking like just one big advertisement. That's what they're looking like right now. They haven't won a map in their last two matches, okay? They got gifted this spot at Champs because another team won in playoffs. They got instantly eliminated by Hunter Thieves. I mean, this team really needs to step it up or it's not going to be pretty. I mean, they're literally up there holding up the buy the send bundle sign and like that's it. And again, I'm not a hater, man. Listen, this is out of passion. This is out of love, man. Me and Zekin, we go way back, man. We want to land together, bro. Okay? We want to land together, man. Me and Zekin go way back. Okay? So, again, this isn't intent to harm. If you're a Sentinels fan, I understand if you got to step away. I understand if you got to dislike the video. Trust me, okay? I get it. So, first things first that I want to cover here. I forgot to open my pen tool. Sorry. Let me open this here. I don't want to restart the clip since I just did a 2-minute intro there and explanation. Okay, the first thing that I want to cover again is the composition on this map of Haven. Okay, so Sentinels map pick. If this is your first time seeing a composition like this Viper Sky Omen. Okay, this existed for a very long time. This is a composition that was specifically meant to counter this comp here, the Breach and the Sova. Okay, the Breach and the Sova will normally set up the A line, okay, and they also have the luxury to go fast. Okay, your C hit, okay, your B hit, right, your A hit, whatever it is, you have that double initiator power. You can go fast if you want. With the wall, with the orb, the Omen smokes, sometimes it's Cypher trips, sometimes it's Killjoy mollies, right? There's a lot of stuff that you have to go through, and you can't just hit the W button anymore, right? So Gen.G are going to do a good job of manipulating rotations, okay, cutting off info, okay, playing together, flooding, making them run through mollies, okay, decay, right? Omen smokes. Gen.G are really going to feel in the advantage, and they're going to play lights out today. Sentinels shit the bed big time, okay? Let's take a look at the pistol around here. Starting out with some A control here. John setting up his camera. Dart gets for, you know, kind of like an anti-long push or like fight here. Got a lot of background noise. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Blacky's just sitting here tapping. You know, there's no real punish on him yet. He's just jiggling, trying to keep his line. He's going to move once he gets spotted. Texture's going to try to peek on the timing of the drone. Looking for John. He's going to get him. So even though it wasn't a first blood, you know, counts as a trade there. Perfect. Now let's reset the situation, right? 4v3. Okay, 4. Okay, 4 versus 3. Okay, 4 minus 3 equals 1. So if we make some sort of triangle in the bomb site, some sort of little setup where we can peek off of each other, maybe graffiti, default hell, and we stop these players from getting out and using this flood smoke, right, using this wall, we could just win this round if we trade, if we're Sentinels, right? So let's call a setup around that, right? Second, I have first, you guys can peek off me, okay? And then, absolute cinema. Saucy with a really nice 2 trades there after a big Zekin whiff. Meteor 1v3 unwinnable situation. Normally I'm going to skip to the next round here, okay? But like we hinted at earlier, somebody, or I guess a few people, smell like shit. Zelsis wandering out in the open gets caught out, okay? Tenz, Saucy, no real utility available here. Tenz going for a good jiggle. Tap comes through. Immediately going for a kill here with some sort of double swing. Tenz doesn't commit to it fully. Is going to try for the body shot, whiff, and then get deeked out. Meteor with an unbelievable VALORANT intro level 1v3 here. Is anyone even trying? I'm not mad at Sentinels at all for, losing this round or going into it. I just want to kind of show you what I mean about this Viper Omen comp, the strengths that it has and what it can do against people who, again, are going fast. So Sentinels are going to be in a 1-4 kind of like garage pop here. Okay, Zelsis is going to try to get his stun on one of these lines where they can kind of extend out and maybe trade somebody out. Pay attention to the amount of utility that they have to deal with. Here's your key to all of this, okay? Lakia, swinging his dick around long, okay? He's not giving up this space. He's not giving up this line. He's going to maintain this line for the entirety of the game, and that's going to be the reason that they're going to win, okay? He's not giving up this space. So when he has this line and he knows no one can be A, we're stacking B. We're able to flood out into C, right? There's nowhere for Sentinels to play. So let's watch them come up into garage here and see how it works, okay? Line on A is held. Alarm bot is ping. Speed up happens here. Here's the mully on the garage entrance, right? Here's the smoke. Here's the orb. Here's the 2 swarm grenades. Where do you want to go if you're Sentinels? There's poison there. Okay, there's some electric, machine buzzing and zapping us over there. There's a turret. There's an alarm bot. There's gas everywhere. Pick one, dude. You lost. Pick one. Right? So again, this is like the goal of like the setup is that, flood smokes, counter utility, running through mollies, chip damage, decay. Okay, it's all really valuable. Not too many assists in the feed there, but, again, just a showcase of what's supposed to happen with the comp. Last season, in particular, when I wasn't making these videos, the main complaint that I had about Zekken was his consistency. I've seen games where he just takes over the game and it's lights out, and then I've seen games like this where he's very quiet. He's second-guessing himself. It's more of like he's on a supportive role than anything, and he can't actually figure out how to get it going. And I'd like to showcase it here a little bit. Okay, going back for another garage split here for Sentinels, okay? He's going to dash in if he sees someone, Zelsis is going to stun. So he doesn't come out of his smoke instantly. He kind of hesitates, maybe because there was a guy in window and he got scared. Then he breaks the turret here for his teammates, right? Then he's pinging. Look at him. He's pinging. He's not even ready for this guy to peek. And Zelsis is literally leading the charge with his util. Zekken, get up in there, man. No pings. I don't even want to hear you speak. Get in there and frag out. That's what you can do. But he's getting sat down like this. And when he starts slow, unfortunately, I haven't really seen a lot of instances where he comes back from stuff like this when he's getting shut down. He devolves into more of like a role player, and it's a really bad thing to see if you're a Sen fan. They did it, bruh. I mean, they did it. They're on the big stage. They did it. Little emote action from the kids. They're having fun, man. Now, for some context here, I actually haven't stayed up to watch this game live. I got to see some highlights, some Twitter clips, stuff like that. And then I did a brief kind of like run through before I got into the video here. Gen.G haven't really impressed me to the nth degree, okay? They won a 1v3 on pistol round, and then they won an anti-eco. That's 2 rounds, right? And then there were 2 more rounds where they basically comboed ults and just did like a good job, okay? And then another round came from like a stack where they just ended up winning because it was just easy. So nothing really crazy here. I think John or whoever's helping mid round is having like a really good read on what's going on. They keep hitting the right spot. They're comboing their ults really well. And by losing that pistol, Sentinels already have 5. I always like to grade halves on that detail. Did you win or lose the pistol? So, you might sound, this might sound silly to some people here, but I would go as far to say it as if you lost the pistol on certain maps, 3 to 4 rounds isn't a bad half, right? And if you won the pistol, you're looking for like a little more like a 5 or 6 or like a little higher, right? So again, just because a team, doesn't have like a lot of rounds on a half, they might have lost the pistol, the economy gets out of control, the ults get out of control, it's hard to come back from. So let's pay attention to this round here when the operator's out, okay? Gen.G have 3 ults online to Sentinels none, and they're all going light armor here. Looks like they're just doing that because like the opposite play mainly. Some of them have force down to 0, but even like Zelsis is still on light armor when he has enough to full buy it. So John getting out in the open here, trying to feel out what's going on. I think he's kind of spooked by this wall here. He thinks a play is happening. So Sentinels are ready to speed up in the garage. Nice first blood from Saucy's there. Pretty lazy for Meteor. Didn't have help in time. John should have died there. Finally does here. It's a nice reaction from Lakia. Those cabbages see that no one is going A. So there he is, Lackey again, right? He could have ran away here with texture, right? And just doubled up with him and been lazy, but he keeps the line. He's keeping the containment, right? So like right now, this is like your containment, okay? They're between these pings, right? It's bottom, mid, and C, right? That's what it is now. Now, if Lackey were to back up and not follow these cabbages and they were to be broken, A would become a question mark, and we won't really know who's over there. So good discipline from him. He's keeping the containment here. Second, make sure he doesn't die. Not going to end up breaking the cabbage. Charon is playing in here, having, you know, not a bad game. He's just trying to stop them from getting in. He's got a lot of utility to use. He pre-uses his Omen blind to buy time for his teammates to flood in. Timing is kind of missed here. Saucy ends up using an ult. And the trades are actually going to go Sentinel's way. Second, it's a nice shot there, and Saucy is going to do 80 more damage to Texture. Okay, Texture's going to kill Zekken. Drop to a 2v2 now. Locky trying to make a play here. tenz does a good job getting this kill. And again, okay, the unthinkable. I mean, a Masters level roster, this is something that happens in Challengers. Who is letting this happen? I mean, how do we not know what damage Texture has taken? You know, you might be saying right now, that's unfair. Maybe it was, you know, tenz or Zelsis who did it. No. This isn't old Sentinels with a language problem or whatever bullshit excuse they used last year. Let's back it up and let's look at the footage, okay? One Sova ult pulse is dropping Texture to 70. Okay, we see it on the left there. Zekken is then hitting him twice. Okay, dropping him to 3, right? So that means that, sorry, the Sova ult was 80. So you have 80, and then you have the rest dropping him down to 3 there, right? So, you know, Zekken did 67 or whatever it was. He did 80. He has 3 HP. We know this. 2 people did damage and died. There's something called a combat log on your screen. You call out the damage, and this I would be saying 1. Absolute. It hit, sneeze on him. He's dead. He's falling over, right? Again, the trade comes out to Lakia. Great job. Plenty of time to get the bomb down here. Sitting and waiting, trying to double up and use the body. Hey, I have your left, you have your right. You know, whatever it is. Texture's trying to make a play with a shorty. I mean, he's playing this like the round is over. He doesn't even know what to do. I like that Sentinels take their time and they group up here. Zelsis is going to stick after he kind of clears that close angle. He's 1 HP. I want us to play with confidence now. Take the Glock out. Take the shorty out. Start jumping. Start jumping in the air and just try to cheese him. Kill him. Use your bodies. Play to trade. What is this, like, sitting, waiting game? Watch how fast this guy is, by the way. I mean, instantly killing him. Like, look at the frame here on how quick the shorty comes out. He's instantly ready to trade Zelsis if he tried to peek. He even ended up using his knives in this situation. Pops the dash, looking for a push. Zelsis is going to walk into his crosshair. Where's the confidence? I mean, seriously. Are we just selling bundles? Is this what this is for? Is this what this roster is for? Show me. Show me the Masters winners. Show me the off-season tournament favorites, you know, coming into this league. Where are they? I don't see them on my screen. I'm not sure if this is some sort of anti-strat or a dry call, but I mean, Gen.G are literally like the masters of like manipulation on this map. They take away your info, they make you feel uncomfortable, they expose your gaps, and they are in the know the entire time. They made every single right decision this round. It was insane to watch. So we're going to start off with like a 1-4 default here, okay? Munchin's going to play for this A line, see what happens, okay? And on that, everybody's going to walk up front B, and they're going to go try to tap the bomb and cause a reaction. So they're going to try to bait Sentinels to flood and see what that means. So when they went up to B here and they tapped the bomb, if Link started fighting and people started throwing util, Munchkin knows that he can take a timing into A, right? But now what's going to happen is they aren't going to flood, right? They weren't in position to do so. So when they get ready to go in here, no one punishes the trip, bomb's going to get tapped, and they immediately walk out of it. So watch the rotations here. Everybody's moving over to B. Wait a minute, they didn't stick. That's weird. Zelsis is looking at his push. He's got to look at 2 things at once. Cam sees long. So here's another pump. Here's another pump. So we pumped into B. We made people scared on A, right? Now we're pumping C. We're making the garage and the C guys, you know, uncomfortable. Look what's happening at A. Munchkin's walked all the way up. He's masterclassing right now. Make the absolute cinema sign for this guy. I mean, damn, he's calling really well right now. Puts himself in a position where he's saying, get ready to come back to me, A, boys. Okay, I'm going to have A in a second here. John's going to get timinged, unfortunately. Munchie gets a backstab. I mean, literally 1 second difference off here. It's unfortunate that John decided to do that. It's not really, you know, his fault or anything like that. And here's the real power of Viper on this map. Using this post-plant orb on C, on A, and just completely taking something away. You want to run through this? Go ahead. The time you get out of it, you're going to be minus 50 HP. I might have a molly to pair with it. I might have a swarm grenade to pair with it. You are fucked, okay? So now it's going to get really hard. Heaven's going to be smoked. Karen's going to pick up the flank since there's no util left. They know they have a pretty much free plant here. 2 deagles are bought on this round. No shocks, okay? Celsius here to use the majority of his kit. Only an Omen blind in play. Second still has his dash, so it's still possible. Here we go, Sentinels. Getting ready to retake. Seeing if there's a backstab since they started B and C. You know, they're definitely suspicious that someone's like lurking over there. Tenz is going to get ready to throw his blind, and they need to get ready to go. Dart's going to go in his combo. Texture takes some space in front of it, shuts him down, and now it's just over. You know, there's no winning this. They can sit here and wait. They can pop the orb if they want. Sassy again with a nice pistol round performance, which is not enough for his team. This is how you play an advantage situation, right? One guy checking if he's off, one not, right? Not this, like, whenever that Sentinels attempt was, you know what I mean? That's just humiliating to lose. And this has been like the name of the game for Sentinels lately, for what I've seen so far, just brute force, you know? It's just like forcibly winning around, sometimes that they don't deserve, because they have a bunch of people on this roster who can just pop off at any minute. So, you know, watch the approach, you know, against like the Gen.G like bonus here. You know, they're getting ready to like defend this A bomb site. Watch Saucy and Zelsa specifically on the minimap. Literally just abandon tenz, just throw them to the wolves. Fuck it. Hey Tyson, good luck over there, buddy. You know what I mean? You got your lucky blob fish on your desk. You know, hopefully you can pull it out. You know, we're not really going to help you. We're just going to watch from afar. So the exec's going to come in here from Gen.G. A lot of the parts of the map are taken away here. Saucy blind, running away with his knife out. Zelsa's with his kit and spawn, trying to help tenz get set up. Flood, guys. Run out and flood. That's what you do on this map. That's what this comp is for. Run out and flood. Help him. Saucy, wrong way. Saucy, wrong way. You know those wrong way signs they put on the road? I didn't realize they had value until I started watching this. Okay? Hey, turn around. We're stunning. We're flashing. Get back in there. Help tenz. Help him. Hey, help him. We pay him $1 million a month. Help him. Hey, you know, we want to cater to that guy. Look at this guy, dude. He doesn't even need help. Fuck you guys. You know, you guys can rotate heaven and watch me play. You know what I mean? I'll just do it myself. You know, fuck it. Who cares? So, need to see, you know, some tighter team play here. Getting on the same page faster. I don't really know if they're even at fault. I know that I'm like, you know, ripping on them pretty hard here, but they might just be screaming right now, get out, get out, get out, TP out, TP out, TP out, do the retake. I don't really like retaking against this comp. So, you know, who really knows what's going on? I'm just, you know, confused on how there's no same page, how there's no togetherness, and how this is the reason that we can win rounds. A hero 3K that he should never get. He should have been traded instantly. I don't want to go as far as call this lucky, because there is intent behind this. Munchkin is playing it really well, but he is getting a little lucky with these timings here. Okay, I think it is a little ridiculous. We had the pistol round where John literally stops watching the moment he walks up, and now we're going to have this. Okay, you know, take a look at this here. Okay, the jiggle comes through, trying to show, to bait. Literal perfect timing. Saucy audibly running away. tenz smoke for him, getting caught out here. What's the difference, you know, compared to what's been going on with Gen.G's defense? We don't have a Lakia, okay, on Sentinels. We don't have someone who's face checking this. Why can't we do that? This Viper wall, okay, so this is a huge strength this comp has, taking away that A line, making you play things like top short and the bomb site where you can't just stand there and hold the line. So again, the wolf is used. Okay, the pump happens with a C smoke, right? They're intentionally trying to get them to rotate. Munchkin's in a position to punish. There's that orb. We saw what happened last time. You're not getting past that shit, right? So now he's going to call them all back. Yo, boys, get back to me. They could have walked down mid. Be careful. Karen's going to TP with the bomb. And, you know, they're going to get ready to set up here. Second just completely out of the round as an outlaw. There's just no chance you can have value in this situation. Saucy doesn't really take a risk or anything. John doing whatever that was. You know, that just looks like that we've given up, if I'm being honest. I don't think that he's in a position to make a play there. I thought it would be, you know, Saucy. Second shut down using an outlaw. Saucy trying to figure something out here. 4 bullets left, doesn't know. I mean, just not even a chance. 30 HP, forced to save. Not a good look. Sentinels did make the map close. I think if they won that pistol, they actually could have even won that map or at least forced it to OT. But Gen.G are just looking like a really confident team. And Sentinels look like they're always just trying to make the perfect play. They're always trying to be so conscious and play with respect. Gen.G aren't interested in that. They're going to walk around and do whatever they want. And if you don't stop them from doing that, they're just going to keep laughing and keep getting away with it. Now, I will say that we've talked about this before. Sometimes things just don't go your way, and this is a perfect example of that, right? So we're going to see kind of like a really strong side setup here coming out from Sentinels, you know, pretty much a 4-1. The goal here is that on John QT's spot, they can throw a grav net here and kill whoever gets trapped with their close range weapons, right? So we do have the Deadlock Cypher comp coming out against the default comp with the KO and the Sova. the name of the game against this is the timer, right? You can't just fast hit. You can't just instantly rush. You don't know where the op is, okay? You don't know where the trips are. You don't know where the sensors are. Where's the wall being placed, right? Is there some sort of like trap around the map, you know, involving like the omen blind or the, you know, the deadlock net? There's a lot of things you have to consider. You can't be a shitty, lazy team on this map when you're playing up against it, okay? You need to take your time and like figure stuff out. Break the camera, right? Try to find where these things are, you know, anything like that is going to be really good. So tenz is in a forward position. I don't really know what this play is, but it is. No one can help him. You know, no one's there. I guess the goal is that when he throws the paranoia, people will speed up A main, which is what's happening here. So, you know, I'll take it back. You know, it is good, right? If that is actually like what the play is. Now watch the kill feed, okay?
Just to disengage, grab that calling to play is made.
You know, I mean, yeah. What can you do? You spot him. You grab net him. He's stuck, crouching in the open. You know, no help. Just 1v 3 people like it's nothing. You know, that's just something where like it's got to affect your confidence. It's got to affect your mental, especially in a setting like this. You know, you just lost your map pick. You're tilted about it. You know, you got 1v3'd on the pistol. You lose the pistol here. You have a chance to eco him. He's getting caught out by that. Oh, he killed us all. Sometimes you can do the right thing. You can be in the right place at the right time, force people out of positions that they're stuck in. But the Phantom just pays dividends, doesn't it? On the behalf of that kill, slowing them down in market, Gen.G are going to be able to convert this bonus just in a ridiculous fashion. They're on the same page. They're up in front in their face. They're not letting them get out of market. They're stuffing them here. I mean, the land Phantom is something that just will go down into history in this game, man. I mean, so dominant. I know I'm beating a dead horse here with the same page, togetherness, bullshit, but you're going to see it from championship level teams, okay? Almost every single time they're going to look for opportunities where they can play together. Watch the synergy here from Zellsis and tenz. I just don't see it anymore. It's just not there for me, right? Zellsis is saying, go left, hold left, you know, let's peek left, right? He's drawing that out. Okay, now they're on the same angle. It's looking good, right? tenz takes a fight. This guy backs up. He instantly abandons Zellsis, goes to hide Gen, and then peek on the right and just sit here and jiggle it out. So we're back into 1v1s. We're back in the rank game, right? There's no up-down hold. There's no together hold. There's no left. There's no right. It's just, who cares? You know, just do it together. So Zellsis is going to die in the open. tenz is going to die in the open. Zekin's going to peek on timing and die. And guess what? Sentinels get to save again. I mean, it's their favorite activity lately on defense. Similar to Haven here with the development of the long A line. Okay, A main has been really dominated this game by Gen.G, constantly getting Charon into this position, and then Munchkin can kind of like float around on this position like in Cat. He can play the garden, he can play the switch, he can play in, you know, this tree room area, whatever you want to call it, right? And with this info line that Charon has developed, it means that you only need to play, you know, one extra guy A with him, right? The third player can either float around in mid, usually with the operator in this setting, but, you know, Texture has a Phantom right now, so he can move over to B and reinforce B in kind of like the late round, and it's exactly what we see here, right? Sentinels never really clear the A line. They never really push them off, okay? They start in mid, okay, tenz is sitting there, jiggling, holding the push, they get up, they break the alarm bot, okay? Then Zekin attempts to make a little cat noise here, you know, trying to kind of like fake it, but at the same time, John is walling top mid, faking the mid-B split, but there's no pressure in A main, so they could have the A main line this entire time and call that, you know, this is just fake, and they're just like throwing util to throw it. I don't really know the goal of this round or what the direction of it was. Is John throwing that wall and Saucy shooting that dart? Is that trying to bait someone to walk into Zekin? To walk into tenz? You know, I think they're comfortable holding line. I don't really think they have a reason to do that. And again, watch this togetherness, right? I was bitching about it on Sentinels defense. This is what it looks like, right? Triangle set up here. Charon in a forward position holding an info line, Munchkin in a position where he has the other part and he can operate off of him, right? What do you want to do? Do you want to fight A main? I can flash for you, okay? Okay, do you want to TP into this little area here, A main? We can fight the garden guys coming up together. It just seems like they're more well put together than Sentinels right now, and it's a part of the reason why they're winning rounds. So Meteor walking into B main, right? This is supposed to be a B split, right? With this top mid wall, there's no pressure here. They're fine. They love face checking. They love disrespecting you. The alarm bot hasn't even been broken in middle. They're just sitting, waiting. Now they're going to do a new, like hit here, I guess, trying to catch them off. Still no A pressure at all. No one's even peeked into Garden. No one's peeked into A main. One way comes. Lakia 1-for-1. Media gets one. Texture gets one. They're just all falling apart. We're looking at random things. We're going into a stacked bomb site. It just really isn't looking good. So let's talk about taking risk. Okay, risk in Valorant is just a default 50-50, right? However, information, confidence, okay, this can change this number to a 70, and the enemy team can be operating at a 30. So theoretically, if one team is taking more risk, okay, or maybe just a normal amount, and the enemy team isn't taking risk, okay, they're playing too passive. They're expecting to be treated with respect, right? They will slowly go down in this margin, and risk will start to have more reward for the enemy because there's no risk taken by the other team. They're letting you get away with it. They're giving you chances to do so. So let's take a look at it here, okay? Standard A main fight coming out here on this anti-eco. They wait for the flash to pop. It peaks. No pings. Texture gets 2. They drop. They're going to pick up the guns. Tenz has a nice, timing here to walk up cat. Here's risk, right? Here's risk. Lazily not clearing the smoke here. It needs to be one or the other, right? If Saucy's going to pilot the drone above the smoke, I actually like the idea. I would do the same thing. But what you need to tell John is to sit there and hold the smoke, right? If I'm going to fly it above and I'm going to clear Gen, dice, close left, close right, okay, the only place he can be is this smoke here, Johnny. I mean, hold it, brother. You're sitting there picking up rocks. It's like you're back in Cancun with Tarik and the boys, You're just collecting shells in a main, Ooh, what's this one? This one's pink, this one's white. I'm going to take them all home and show my fit. No, dude. Like, get real, bro. This is fucking bullshit. Munchkin, free 2K. Wide peaks A main holding. Understands he's not there. Look at the information recognition. It's instantly. He knows where he is now, man. No one's in main. No follow-up. No help. It's a wipe. Here's another example. You want to learn how to play duelist? You want to be a better duelist? It's about confidence. It's about taking risk. It's about looking for that reward that's not easy to get. The game will not always come to you where you can just sit back on your ass and wait for it and punish people for over-peaking. Zekken is unironically getting first blooded in T-spawn this round. We got to take a look at this, okay?
Having a great day.
Opline being set up here. Munchkin's using his knife B main to fake that it's getting set up there. Second is a jump spot. He sees no one. There's no turret, right? So he can kind of walk out here and cross. His boys have his top mid. He's fully, out here. Clears tiles. Gets in a position to peek. Zekken's going to get caught off here. Unironically, getting first blooded in T-spawn with no initiator or controller utility. It is a masterclass from Gen.G. They have them read. They know exactly what they're doing, where they're going. They're taking risks. They're playing confidently. I mean, there's just no room to even start, to even give them a chance to win a round. Munchkin pushed up forward. Lazy corner clear, goes 1-for-1 at least. Karon playing close to the smoke. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't even get mad at him. He revealed his position and then he ran into the smoke. A trade was, kind of like missed there, even though he did get a little bit of a running kill. What can you do, bro? These guys are on fire. What can you do against this team? The biggest thing for me was the confidence today. Gen.G came into this knowing that, they're kind of like the favorite, whether they, believe that, or sorry, whether that's actually true or not. They go into this knowing they're the better team, whether that's actually true or not, and they played like it. Texture doing whatever he wants. Munchkin calling it pretty much a masterclass. Lakia, great support, great fundamentals, great role player ability. He understands that people like Texture, Karon, Meteor, let them take the fights. My time will come. I'm just going to do a really good job of playing my role. Okay, this is a championship level winning roster that we're seeing play right now. Sentinels, complete opposite for me. Inconsistency problems. Okay, the togetherness doesn't really, it's not really there anymore. People like John QT and Zekken, rated the best duelists in the world and the best IGL in the world, are falling silent. A 0.5 rating here. Okay, 0.8 rating, not even 20 kills in 2 maps. I understand this is a group match, okay? It doesn't really take away anything from me. This is the biggest tournament in the world, okay? This is a VCT America's group stage week 1, where you get caught off by a team who had a good game plan. You had weeks of training going up to this, you know what I mean? You're ready for this, you know what your matchup's going to be. They were completely outclassed today, and we need to see a total overhaul in this game plan or approach, investment, energy, okay, confidence, everything, man. Take a look at the fragging here today. Second, quietest on the board. Two 2Ks and one 3K. Didn't really do much, and I feel like he needs to be more selfish. I don't know how often he's calling to be set up and what he wants to do, but at the end of the day, he couldn't get anything going, and Sentinels can't be a team that relies on that, okay? You can't be a team that relies on the duelist dragging you across the finish line, so they need to have depth in that regard, and they need to know their options. I'm not going to sit here and act like, they got 13-3'd either way either. There were a lot of clutches that went Gen.G's way today, and I think that Sentinels, fortunately, hopefully, were shaking off the rust. I will give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? These clutches were pretty ridiculous, okay? A 1v2, a 1v3, two 1v1s that they close up. Meteor, Charon, ridiculous multi-kills going on. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not trading, if you're not shooting, you're not going to be able to win. You can't even start to play the, retake, the post plant, the mid round when you're getting first blooded and falling apart. So Sentinels really just can't get shook by this. They need to come in, ready next week, ready to go, and really show up to play this time because I don't think that they did that today. I wish the best for them. Obviously, I'm rooting for like an NA team, but in terms of the team that I think it's going to win this event, I think it's between Gen.G and Fnatic for me. Are kind of like my favorites. I think Leviathan is a little bit of a sleeper pick. I haven't been impressed at all with their international performance, but this game is about peaking at the right time. Okay, that's all this is really about. And we can see that with Sentinels here, right? This game is about peaking at the right time. It happens in Challengers, it happens in VCT, it happens in Champions. If you peak at the right time, you can go the distance, you can win. So I think this event, again, is up for grabs. I think anybody can take it, whoever's like, fully committed and prepared. And, again, is going to peak at the right time, right? So we're going to be covering all of these games here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Please leave any recommendations or thoughts you have down below. I read every single comment on every single video. Tune in to my live stream, twitch.tv/t.ga. We just got partnered, so thank you so much for that. Open description, follow along my Twitch channel, all the socials down below. If you want to get better at the game, join my Discord, check out the options I have for coaching. I have stuff as low as $10 in there, okay? I coach anybody, any region, so take a look in there. Supports me, and also, it's a good trade-off, makes you better at the game. There's no other better option. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.